All Time Low have just released their versions of their classic songs off of their first 3 releases on Hopeless Records. But are these re-records going to live on forever? Or are they part of the band's All Time Low? Just over a week ago, All Time Low released the Forever Sessions Volume 1, showcasing re-recordings of 9 of their classic songs, 10 if you include the vinyl exclusive re-record of Therapy. But do these tracks live up to the originals? Short answer, no. Now don't get me wrong, I am a huge All Time Low fan. Put Up or Shut Up, So Wrong It's Right and Nothing Personal are 3 of my favourite pop punk releases of all time. But the reasons why I love said releases are exactly why I'm not a huge fan of the Forever Sessions. One of my favourite All Time Low tracks is Coffee Shop Soundtrack, and this re-record tightens up the original track, and for me it removes the charm, as I'm always been a fan of this loose and energetic feel that summarised a large part of this first EP, Put Up or Shut Up. But the other track from the EP that was re-recorded, JC Ray, I feel is actually a very good re-record because it keeps all the original elements but makes it more comfortable for people to listen to, maybe if they haven't heard pop punk before. And although I do prefer the original versions, as I'm sure many people will, I can see why people may prefer these versions of the track, as it allows them to understand the whole pop punk sound and not have this kind of scrappiness that the EP did have. I'm not going to talk through the flaws and pros of every track, but there are 2 big flawed tracks that stand out to me. The first is Weightless, which has times where it becomes hard to hear the guitars and bass because of the drums and vocals, which is a true shame because they are some of my favourite parts of that original song. The mix definitely could have made it easier to hear the guitars and bass. Another huge issue with this re-record, for me personally, is the change in how the lyrics are pronounced. Alex cuts off the ends of words quite abruptly, especially in the verses, which can really take you out of the moment, and it feels really strange, especially when you're used to those original songs, which was quite hard for me on my first listen. The other flawed track is 6 Feet Under the Stars, which in the opening has Alex's guitar part replaced with a keyboard instrument. This subtle change can take some of the charm out of the original track, as when in the original track they did this, it was Jack's octave and Alex playing this little picking part. Another huge issue is that in the chorus, the guitars become a poorly mixed wall of sound, reminiscent of Oasis's album Be Here Now, in which the guitars become an incoherent sound, which makes it hard to identify the rhythm guitar from the lead guitar. This can distract from Alex's vocals, which Jack's lead guitar complements perfectly in the original track, as it provides a second melody, like how Frank Iero does those octave leads in My Chemical Romance tracks such as The Ghost of You and Welcome to the Black Parade. Now I feel like I need to talk about some highlights on this release. The re-record of Remembering Sunday, this time featuring Alex Gaskoff's wife Lisa and Lindsey Sterling, Lisa singing Juliet Simms' part from the original song and Lindsey playing violin. This track is just as good as the original and really adds new character and brings a new life to that song, which is a beautiful ballad. And it's the only track on this release which I would actively choose to put on and listen to when I'm going about my day-to-day business. Although I wouldn't say it's the band's all-time low, I wouldn't say it's their all-time high either. It's a par from the group for me, but after Tell Me I'm Alive, I think this is the stepping stone to get them ready for their next big release, which hopefully will be just as good as the Nothing Personal era of the band. Please remember that this is only my opinion, and if you disagree, that is totally fine. And please tell me your thoughts on the Forever Sessions in the comments, and I'm happy to hear, and maybe I'll change my mind if you explain it a bit better for me. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe for more music-related content. Thanks for watching.